Hi friends, welcome to this Pick a Card Tarot reading. Today we're going to be doing a reading on what to expect for May 2021. So this is going to be an entire reading in depth, coming to see and understand what it is you can expect for the entire month. So we'll be going into detail and just kind of gauge and see where you're at and what's going on. Before we do though, I'd just like to open this up right now and say that my heart right now is really going out to the people of India. I know that actually India is the second largest country demographic who watches my channel, right after the United States. And so I know a lot of you are there right now. The coronavirus is having a huge impact in the country of India right now. We had a similar experience here in the United States a couple months ago, and it was incredibly intense. And so I just want to let you all know that my heart is with you, and I hope that you and your family are all safe. And if we just want to take a quick moment, all of us here, to just, put positive vibes and positive energy out into this. I know, it's been so long for all of us in this coronavirus experience, and I know it's going to continue to go that way. But hopefully we will be able to come together as a world and really, work together to overcome this. So if you just want to take a moment of silence with me and just, if you can with your heart, just really, send a positive thought to India and the people there. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to be showing you the piles for you to choose from, so you can choose on which pile you want. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. And then once you choose your pile, I'll be with you in your reading. See you soon. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. Oh, I'm caught. Interesting. Okay, I got some symbols for you already. Wow, that's great. So this is going to be your reading for what to expect for May 2021. And if you can see this, I don't know. On my bracelet here, there's a little bee. There's a little worker bee, and my necklace just got caught on it. So you guys, I think, in May, are going to have a very abundant and... look, she's got a crown, so it's a queen bee, right? I see a very productive and abundant environment for you for May. That's so cool, guys. So yeah, let's just take a look here. You also have this stone, which is this brown stone. I'm not entirely sure which one it is. I think it's petrified wood, though. So you've got some of that, which is what does that make me think? It's fossilized wood, right? So it's so old and it's turned into stone, but it's these grains of life and wisdom from the past are coming back to serve you well. So I feel like for you guys, pile number 1, your May is going to be in this really intense sort of, something's returning to you, something that you've been putting hard work into maybe for a long time. Something from your past is returning to you. That you put a lot of work into at one point in your life, and now I think that for you guys, pile number 1, you're really going to have this sort of resurgence, which is beautiful. So we're going to start by reading your tarot cards, and I picked 4 of the Wild Unknown to start out. So let's just take a look at all 4, and then that'll give us a good idea of how this reading is starting. We've got the Ace of Swords, and I don't read reversals because I feel like they get in the way. We've got the 5 of Cups. Okay. We've got the Daughter of Pentacles. Yep, I definitely feel that. And we have the Moon. Okay, so interesting. So it's there's some serious newness coming in here too. You've got this new beginning period coming in because that's signified by both the Ace of Swords and the Daughter of Pentacles. So it's there is this energy of a new idea coming to you. The swords are all about the mind and the mental body. And so, with it being a new beginning in the mind, it's like this new perspective is coming to you, this new ability to see something, right? Like I said, it's like this energy is returning to you from the past. I really felt that in the opening of this, and these cards are kind of giving me the understanding that it's like that new beginning, like that the stuff that's coming back is like gonna jump you into something new. So it's like it's a return of something old as well as the beginning of something new. It's like something that has been going on for a long time. Here I go. I see this. You've been working really hard at something. I think you've been trying to bring something to fruition for a long time. And one of the reasons why maybe it's taken you so long and you're still continuing to feel like it, maybe there's a lot of work to do, is that there's been a certain mindset that you've been in that hasn't really been allowing it to flow. And we have some understanding here. It's like you couldn't see the pathway forward with the moon here. Yeah, for sure. The moon, sometimes it comes in when we don't always see everything coming up ahead. We just kind of are blindly stumbling in the dark. But the moonlight is illuminating the path just enough for us to see the way forward. There's like just enough to kind of get an understanding of where we need to go. And I see for you guys, it's like you didn't really know where you were going. You didn't really have a total understanding, but you just kept on trucking, right? You kept on moving forward. You kept on trying to make things happen. But there was something about your mindset that wasn't working right. And what May 2021 is bringing you is it's bringing you this new way to see things. There's a new perspective coming in that's going to turn, and I totally see, oh my gosh. I love it how this works. The synchronicities in this are amazing. So you see this is the Five of Cups card, and this is actually one of my favorite tarot cards. So, it's actually the grief card, so it's pretty heavy. But the thing about this card is that it's all about this idea of a perspective shift. And like I said, we have a new perspective coming in. So this is that perspective shift that's coming for you. It's this idea that like you learn how to see, like, there's no way to change the fact that something shitty, or, pardon me, that something crummy that comes into your life, is crummy, right? There's no way around that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But the thing about it is, sometimes those difficult situations actually give us opportunities of growth, and they give us a way to start seeing things differently. So this card is normally depicted as a man who is crying over 2 cups that have spilled, or 3 cups that have spilled, right? But behind him are still 2 cups that are full left over. And so it's like after you go through this period of grief where things aren't working and, you've lost something deep and difficult, it's like this difficult situation, you start to realize like, hey, I still have 2 cups left over behind me. There's still 2 things left for me. And in fact, now I get to cherish those 2 cups even more than maybe I was doing before. Maybe now I have the opportunity to see things in a way where I can cherish the things I have in my life instead of being down on myself for the things I don't have in my life. And I can move forward from that. So I think for you particularly, I'm getting this like project, like I said, worker bee, like maybe it's some kind of business thing that you're working on, because we also have the Daughter of Pentacles. So it's a new beginning towards the material plane, the material world, money, your physical world around you, manifesting stuff, in the physical world. So what I feel for you is like, I'm getting the picture that like maybe you were trying to work on a business, or you were trying to work on a creative project that could make you money, or you were trying to work on a job or a new job or any of that kind of thing. And you've been working for a long time to try to make it happen. But I think maybe you've been in the mindset where you're thinking like, oh my God, this isn't working for me. And you're focusing on all the things that you don't have. And you're focusing on, well, maybe someday I'll have this, but I'm focusing on the fact that I don't have it. So this mind shift, this new perspective that's going to bring in this abundance for you, that you'll be able to move forward from, actually making things happen, is going to come when you start to focus on the things that are working. When you start to focus on the things that, that are present in your life, that are here, right now, not the things that A, didn't work in the past, or B, well, at some point I'm going to have this, and at some point I'm going to do this, right? Well, this is something I've been learning myself, so I think maybe this pile is for me, but, you start to come to the understanding that like, hey, this someday thing isn't working for me, right? Because like, it's never going to be someday. It's only ever going to be right here, right now. We don't have, the past doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. Everything from 5 minutes ago to last week to 2 years ago to when you were first born, that's all gone. It's all done. So yeah, you can ruminate about things and you can think about things and you can process what's happened, but at the end of the day, like, that stuff's done. So you don't have that anymore. And then the stuff in the future, right? Like, it's never going to be the future. Like, yes, someday will happen, but it will always ever feel like someday for you. It will never feel like now. So the more that you can come back into the present moment, the more that you can come back into the now and say, okay, yeah, all right, I have this business plan and I want to make this happen, or I have this X, Y, and Z and I want to make that happen, but I don't know how to make it happen all the way, and I'm not where I want to be, and like, okay, I see that, but you know what? Where are you now? And what action can you take right here, right now, in this moment that will bring you to that place, right? Because once you get there, it's only going to be the now, and there'll always be another there, you know what I mean? If you don't take into consideration that, like, look at how far you've come. Like, look at how far you have done. What can you take right here, right now, from what you've already built to catapult you towards where you really want to be, you know? It's like it's all about coming back into this moment, in this present moment, and wielding the power that you have in the present moment by putting things off into the future or looking at things in the past. You are actually taking your power, your action ability, and getting rid of it, and putting it in the mind, right? Because the future is the mind. It's not the present. Your present is here physically in your body. And I feel that too, this is a new beginning in learning how to be in your body even. If it doesn't resonate that you're forming a business or anything, maybe this can be any goal, anything that you've had, like anything physical. It's like at the end of the day, if you want to make something happen, you're going to physically have to take action on it, right? Like, yes, the law of attraction works in the sense that you can attract things into your life, but it only ever goes so far if you don't take the physical actions to work on it. You know what I mean? Like, you will have the inspired ideas for actions to take, but if you don't take those actions, nothing's going to happen, right? It physically requires you to go out and do it. And I feel like that's what May is going to be for you guys. Pile number one, it's going to be you physically taking the action to go and make stuff happen, which is so awesome. So next up, we have 3 cards from the 1JJ Swiss deck, one of my favorite decks. It's this vintage 70s deck. But we've got the Strength card, La Force. We've got the 4 of Cups. Oh yeah, I feel that hardcore for you guys. That's great. And we've got the King of Pentacles, or Le Roi de Denier. So, you've got the King of Pentacles coming in here, guys. So not only do you have the Page of Pentacles with a new start in the Pentacles, but it's like you're bringing, remember how I was talking about putting stuff off in the future? Like, okay, well, someday I'm going to become this King of Pentacles where I'm running my own business and I'm running my own life and I have an independent thing where I don't have to work at my part-time job anymore. Someday I'll be this guy. Like, no. Stop that. And I say that with the most love possible, right? No. Pull someday back to today. How can I be the King of Pentacles now? Where in my life am I the King of Pentacles now? How can I live as the King of Pentacles in this moment? The King of Pentacles can take 0 money and turn it into, a fortune. Like, immediately. And maybe, it's not going to happen overnight. You don't have to do that to yourself, but you can do it much quicker than you think. It all depends on the pace of how you want to go at this. But I feel like for you, you've been stuck in this 4 of Cups energy. And the 4 of Cups is like, the universe is trying to give you one of these cups, but you are so focused on these 3 cups, and there might be stuff that aren't working, or stuff like, well, I can't have a business because I don't have the right equipment to make what I'm thinking about, and I don't have the right, tools to really film the right way. I don't have the right equipment if I'm trying to make a thing, or I don't have the right, X, Y, and Z. I don't have the right microphones yet, and I don't have the right this and the right that. Well, like, you know what? This cup here is saying, screw all that, right? With this King of Pentacles, right? Like, well, you're never going to get to the point where you can afford to buy the camera and afford to buy the microphones and afford all that if you're not working on putting it together. So you're really being said to like, just start now. What can you do now that is your thing, you know? What can you pull into the universe now with the tools that you have, you know? How can you be this intuitive, like ingenuity? What's your ingenuity level? How can you really what can you do right now in this moment? Because it's never going to be then. It's only ever going to be now, you know? And so it's like you're being asked to really have strength, right? Like this is kind of a tough message, so I don't mean to be sounding like a hard butt, you know what I mean? Like I don't mean to be doing that, but it's like I'm really feeling for you guys. You're being called to take action, to take real physical steps that are going to take you to where you want to go, because you're never going to get to where you want to be if you don't take the steps to get there. And so it's like, you can do it one step at a time. You can take your time. You can go slow if you need to. You definitely take breaks, right? Really have rest. Remember, you're running a marathon. You're not running a sprint. But sometimes you do have to sprint, right? Sometimes you do have to push. And like, there's always going to be that side of you that is saying, well, maybe tomorrow. You know, oh, well, I can't do it right now. Oh, well, you know. So it's like you're really being asked to get organized for the month of May and really like push it, you know, like with this strength here, push it, you know, and maybe it's like, okay, well, maybe I'm going to just set the month of May as my thing, right? And you set a 30-day plan, right? Where for the whole month of May, I'm going to do this each day and I'm going to do that. I got a friend who's a musician, you know, one of my favorite people. And he, you know, is doing this really awesome thing where it's like a song a day, right? And he's writing a song every single day. And I'm just like so inspired by him for doing this. But it's like, he just set it for the month of April. You know, he's not doing it indefinitely, you know, and he might pick it up again after, but he's saying, okay, well, just for the month of April, every single day I'm going to write a song. And it can be, you know, some days it can be like a throwaway song where it's not the most amazing thing, but I'm going to just put myself in it and I'm just going to do it. And I feel like something similar, some kind of similar strategy for you for this month of May actually help you, you know, take leaps and bounds and catapult you forward in a way where you've been feeling stuck and like action hasn't been possible for you. I feel that energy really opening up for you in May, for you to really like maybe take a plan and just like figure it out, you know? Like really, 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 I feel that energy of just do it. You know, that Nike slogan, just do it. That's it for you. That's it for you, pile number one. For the month of May is just do it. Just do it. How is it going to hurt? You know, like don't stop thinking about it. Stop, you know, feeling like it has to be perfect in your head first before you even take a first step. You know, you'll figure it out on the way. You'll figure it out on the way. Just take steps. Take those actions. I'm feeling like serious action-oriented pile number one. I love this. I love this pile. This is for me. This is motivation for me and for you guys, who's ever watching this. Last up, you have 3 cards. Your last tarot cards are 3 cards from the Smith Waite Deck. We've got the 3 of Wands. Yes, we do. Those ships are coming in, pile number 1. You got the King of Cups, another king. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. And you got the Star. Holy moly. Guys, you have the Star. Wow. Okay, so May is your month, pile number 1. May is your month. You are gonna be really in it here, and this is great. I absolutely love this. So you've got the 3 of Wands, which means your ships are coming in. So take this time to really take the action you need, take the steps you need, and sail off into the sunset here with these ships and really take it and run with it, because you're going to thank yourself so much for doing that. You know, once June hits, for having this like powerhouse of a May month that you're planning for yourself, or that, you know, I see for you, it's going to push you into the direction where like, you know, you won't even realize, you know, and you'll look back on this in June and be like, holy moly, like comment on this in June if you do, you know, where it's like, wow, look at all this stuff that happened, you know, like look at what I did, like, and now my ships are coming in because I took all of this action, and now like it's happening where you felt stuck before. It's happening, you know. And really, like with the King of Cups, it's like, remember to nurture yourself through this process, right? So like I was saying, like push yourself, make it happen, but also like self-care, you know? If you have a day where it doesn't work out, don't let that be the thing that throws off the whole month, right? For May, nurture yourself in it. See it. See yourself. If you slip at any point during this upcoming month, that's okay, right? It's okay to slip. It's okay to fall down. It's okay to fall on your face. We all do it. The difference between the people who are successful in this world and the people who and successful is like, it's relative. Take it with a grain of salt. I think we're all successful at a lot of things, and just because you don't have a business doesn't mean you're not worthy of anything, right? We live in this capitalist hellscape sometimes where it's like we're just trying to force productivity out of all of us. So I just want you to know, like, I get that too. And like, if you need to be a person who rests all the time and you can't push yourself, like, that's okay too. But I feel like for you guys, like, the difference, like I was saying, let me get back to what I was saying. The difference between the people who like really, really, really make it at what they want to do and the people who don't are the people who are persistent, right? Because we all fail. Those people failed again and again and again and again. The difference between them and anybody else is that they just, for whatever reason, maybe they're just crazy, you know what I mean? But mostly it's like they know where they want to be, so they're just going to keep doing it, It's like the difference between those two different groups is that those people just keep getting up. So it's like, nurture yourself through this. This is asking you to have complete compassion for yourself and self-love. So if you have a day where it just isn't working, take that day. Take that day and rest, because we all need rest, and you're going to need rest this month too. So it's just reminding you to do that, like, don't kill yourself through this, but push yourself, really do push yourself, because you're going to be proud of yourself for that. So it's like, really find that right balance. And, like I said, if you have an off day, that's okay. Just get back up the next day and work hard the next day, like, just keep getting back up. That's all. And then, your final card is the Star, which is like, this beautiful shining light in your life coming in here. It's like the beauty returning to you, the light returning to your life and to your eyes. So like, holy moly, wow. So anyway, that's it for your tarot. And then we've just got one final card here before I go, and it's the Sacred Space from the Shamanic Healing Oracle. I love this for you guys. Leaving it on this note makes a lot of sense to me. So this card is all about creating a space where you can rest and rejuvenate and meditate. So it's like, I feel like these two are coming in like, I'm going to come down from where I was and just come back into like, remember to not kill yourself, right? Like, you're running a marathon and not a sprint. So every day too for this month, maybe find some kind of meditation practice. This card says to like clean a space in your house where it's just yours to just like relax and kind of detox. It can talk about forming an altar. You don't have to be spiritual to have an altar, right? It could just be a collection of your favorite things that make you happy, that bring you joy, that bring you calmness, having a space where you have that set up in your life, and then just like you're being encouraged every day, like as you work hard, as you push, to make things happen, also take time out too, every single day. Take time where you don't have to do anything. Take time where you maybe do meditate for 10 minutes or, whatever that is for you. Take some quiet time, have a cleansing shower. Take an extra long shower every day after work where you just like, okay, I'm done and I'm just going to be done now. And then take it off, like come back down. Come down before bed and come back into a space of calm before bed. Come on to a space of rejuvenation every single day. Have a little period of rejuvenation for yourself. And that's going to keep it so that you're building this practice, right? So then in June, you won't be totally exhausted and collapse and say, I'm never doing that ever again. You'll be in a spot where you're like, oh, wow, I can keep going with this, oh, I can keep this going. I can keep this up. I can keep making this happen. So really take that into consideration as well as you bring this in. So to have that healthy balance, to have that retreat for yourself, to have that space. But you know what? Pile number one, that's such a powerful reading. That was so great. I'm going to leave you there. I hope that this resonated. It sounds like May is going to be an incredible, powerful month for you. So really, tune that in. And like I said in the intro, if you missed it, keep your thoughts for India. Right now, they're having such a hard time with COVID. And I just wanted to say that my thoughts are with the people of India, and I hope that if you are in India, you and your families are doing well, and that you're staying healthy. And if we could all just send as many positive vibes and love, the energy of love, if you can send that now to the people of India, and to the people of this planet, I hope that we can come together as human beings and really move through into the future, as a collective, loving human family that we all are. I'm still praying for world peace, so please keep on keeping that in your thoughts. The more of us who do that, the more of us who keep peace alive, the better world that we have, the more of an incredible outcome that we have. So I just, want to use whatever platform I have to promote world peace. And right now, the people who need it right now are the people of India. So my thoughts and prayers are out to you. Yes. Anyway, if you would like a private reading with me, they're available on my website. You can check that out at junodrum.com. I've got a web store now, so check out the web store. Right now I'm selling patches from my tarot deck, so you can find that there too. And we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, so please subscribe. It really helps out. We're going to have some fun, awesome giveaways when we finally reach 1,000. So anyway, pile number 1, that's it for me. I hope you have a wonderful time. May sounds like it's going to be kick-ass for you. Pardon my French. I just can't stop swearing today. But anyway, catch you guys later. I love you. I really do. Sending you love. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading on what to expect for May 2021. So we're going to get right into this reading here and kind of figure out what's coming your way. You chose the reading with this amethyst stone here. So the amethyst ties into a lot of kind of more of the headspace of the chakras, and I feel it's a very psychic stone. It's very much in your mind. So this might be a very energetic month for you in the mind. New thoughts of celestial. I'm feeling like this might be my celestial pile. I'm just looking. I have a celestial bedspread, and I'm feeling a little bit of that energy. Really in the stars, really in the out there in the realms. So let's take a look. We're starting out with 5 cards from the Wild Unknown Tarot. So we'll just do all those first, and then we'll kind of see what else we've got here. You got the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. You've got the 10, the Judgment. 20, Judgment. Wow. This is powerful. You've got the 7 of Cups. Okay. You've got the 7 of Wands. This is a journey. You've got a journey being discovered here. And the 8 of Wands. All right, the 7 and the 8. So we're being given a tale here. So pile number 2, I feel like you've been through some things. And, in this order. You've been through some things. And I feel like May is bringing you new energy, new direction, newness in a long sought after way. I feel like, because I feel like with this 5 of Pentacles energy, that's the Dark Night of the Soul card. And I don't necessarily think that that's what you're going through in May, but I feel like you've been through a Dark Night of the Soul kind of a period, and some of us go through many of them over our lives. They're just a Dark Night of the Soul is this idea of a time when you're hit with significant difficulty and tragedy and hardship, and it can be really, really, really intense. And at the end of the day, it's like there is no difficult and terrible things that happen to us happen, and they don't have to have a reason. They don't have to be anything but just awful. But with that Five of Pentacles card there, it's like there is a certain amount of understanding, though, that you gain from it, that you wouldn't have had before. And that's kind of the whole point of that card. It's like, yes, you had this difficult tragedy occur, and we're not saying that, nobody's ever saying that that stuff is like, has to be. But it's like, through that, though, through the difficulty, through the suffering, you gain a certain level of insight that it really does a lot for you. It really does a lot for expanding your mind. And I feel like that, with that amethyst mind mental thing, it's like that's kind of where you're at. You're at like this, almost like this catapulted leap. Both of these cards, imagery wise, are really similar for that. It's like, you've got this shock of inspiration here, or knowledge. A lot of times that Dark Night of the Soul card is like, it's indicative of really tuning into spirituality in a way that's like incredibly intense and open and mind-boggling and life-changing, And sometimes it's like that spirituality can't come into your life until you're ready for it. And sometimes, you have to break down every single preconceived notion about life and reality and everything that you might be holding in order to really be able to see from that spiritual enlightened perspective. It's like you can't even get to that point where you can see that until you've opened yourself up to it. It's like it tends to be the sort of like your last resort. Sometimes it's so stupid that it happens that way, but sometimes it needs to happen that way, where it's like you don't have anything left, and then it's like then it opens up in your expansion, in your horizons, and then boom, you're like, oh my gosh, I totally see. It's like that kind of thing is here for you in May. And I feel like maybe that's kind of where maybe you're going to undergo a psychic awakening in May. I kind of feel that. It's like that energy. It's like this is a powerful transformative month for you, I think, pile number 2, where you really kind of you really come into your own, in your own sense of self, and your own sense of awareness, awareness on the larger level, instead of just getting so lost in that day-to-day and mundane. It's like you're going to finally see where you fit in the cosmic perspective of things, where you start to say, what, I am an individual. Yes, and my life may seem insignificant at times, yes, but also I know that I am the universe, that the universe is perceiving itself through me, and I am the opportunity that the universe has in this moment, in this place and time, in this particular blip in space-time. I am the universe's tool to understand and filter reality itself, that I am the universe's ability to perceive and grow and move and exist, and what am I going to do with that, right? Now that I understand that, what does the universe need from me? What do I need from the universe? Where is that flow? What does that interconnectedness look like for me? How can I channel the universe itself to further, beauty and good in society, and like how can I see how all human beings are interconnected, and this planet and Earth plane itself is this beautiful jewel, like all of that kind of thing. I feel like you're going to be opening yourself up to that kind of understanding in the month of May, and that's so powerful. Pile number 2. This is going to be a really, really, really powerful month for you. So take it easy, take it slow as things come in, and really open yourself up to new perspectives and new horizons. And I think that there's a lot that's going to be coming in, because this 7 of Cups card, it talks about sort of having multiple understandings of things, multiple perspectives. It's like there's many opportunities a lot. It's a man who's dreaming and looking into the clouds a lot of the times and seeing all of these cups. And actually, though, for you, I feel like it's a little bit more literal than that. It's like you're literally going to be looking up into the clouds and seeing all of these cups for the first time. Like maybe you're going to fully experience what the spirit world and the spirit realm feels like for the first time. Maybe you're going to be in contact with guides and angels or spirits or, I don't know, the alien, the Pleiadians, whatever. Take it whatever resonates. Like, you don't have to be into that kind of stuff if you don't want to, but I feel like this might be my starseed pile. Like, so obviously take everything with a grain of salt and take what resonates, but I think that maybe this is going to be your moment where you like you kind of peek through the veil a little bit, and start to really communicate with beings. And be careful, just like set up boundaries. Remember, in the spirit realm, like, how there's all of those shows and stuff where I'm just thinking of Avatar. If you've ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, remember they go in the spirit realm and it's dangerous, right? Like, not to be afraid. There's no need to be fear. Like, you are a powerful being, and like, no spirit entity or being can ever alter your free will. You have the free will to do anything, and you can set up boundaries with anything and anyone in any dimension, physical or non-physical. So just keep that in mind. But so it's like, there's entities out there that want to trick you into doing anything, right? Who just want you to do their bidding, and or are desperate for attention, and I just like, trust me, I know that from personal experience. So just remember that you have the ability to put up these strong boundaries with people. That's why I personally connect with some of the archangel energies, because they're really great at helping you. They solely exist to just help you. So angels don't necessarily have to be your thing, but they can be really helpful for saying, what, like, Archangel Michael, help me put up all of these boundaries and cut all of these cords with any entity and being who, is trying to get in my way. And Archangel Metatron, help me clear and cleanse my entire energy field because I've got some bad juju coming in, anything like that. Like, just remember that that's out there, that you have options. But I feel like you're going to be opening yourself up to this kind of thing, and that's a beautiful thing, right? It's not just you don't have to be afraid of doing that, like, because there are plenty of beings and entities who are wonderful and want to help you. And that, the surefire way, if you're going to be opening yourself up to this kind of thing, like I said, take it with resonates. If you don't feel like this is connecting with you, or you feel like it's a little too woo for you, I understand. Maybe a different pile is yours. It's definitely possible. But if you are connecting with me, like, I want to talk about this kind of stuff because it's important. Remember that we all have a spirit team, right? We all have guides who exist in the other realms, who are solely, like, they have a contract with us, a soul contract with us to to help us through this lifetime. They exist for that, and they've agreed to do that. We agreed with them before we came in, and I don't know. I don't want to pretend like I have all the answers. I don't really fully understand it all, but like, that's kind of the idea, that you have a specific group of people who are only there to help you. So like, if you connect in with them, like, they're going to steer you in the right direction. So that's kind of like the first place to go, is to just like, tune in with a spirit guide before anybody else. I don't even really want to connect personally with anyone but my spirit team at this point, because I'm like, what? Like, I've dealt with enough crap that, like, but that's me. You do you. Like, tune in with whoever you want, because everybody's out there, right? And like, you can even tune in with like people who have passed on, people who were living here on this planet. You can tune into those beings, because they're out there too. Or like I said, it could be as open and insane as like an entity who exists in another star system, or it could be as as cool as like tuning in with Mother Nature. I talk to Mother Nature all the time. She's like the most incredible energy ever, because she's all of our mom, basically. She's like the Earth mom. She is the manifestation of the planet Earth itself, and like, that's such beautiful, powerful energy. So take it what resonates. But I feel like this might be an opportunity for you to really tune into that kind of stuff, which is really, really cool, pile number 2. Next up, you have 3 cards from the 1JJ Swiss deck, and they are the 7 of Cups. Wow, so you got the 7 of Cups twice. So that really, I'm tuning into that. It's like, there's like people who want to talk to you, I think, on the other side, pile number 2. It's like, you've got beings, definitely your guys want to talk to you, but there's like 7 different individual people, people, things, beings, entities, stuff, energies, elements, elementals, maybe nature elementals. There's 7 things out there that want to talk to you. I feel like that, it's like there's that many. It's like a lot. There's a lot that's just like looking to communicate with you, pile number 2. And so I feel like the month of May, really open yourself up to that. Look into it, look into how to do it. Look into channeling, maybe channeling would be really helpful for you. I do channeling sometimes. It's great. I mean, these readings are mostly channeling, I think, anyway. So, I do that all the time. But I do automatic writing. I love automatic writing. It's my jam. Where you just pick up a pen and you just write whatever comes out, and that's a great way to tune into beings and entities and stuff like that. And remember, set intention, and set boundaries. I would only like to communicate with beings and entities who have my highest good in mind. I am here on this earth plane to communicate with and exist in the highest light and the good of all beings, all sentient beings. I exist in that energy, and I would only like to communicate and connect with beings who are also on that level. It's as easy as that. But when you set that intention, then you don't have to be worried then of connecting with anybody who's not on that, because they're just not going to be there. It's all about what you choose. It's all about how you do it, and what your intention is. If you allow yourself to be open to anyone and anything, which for a long time that's how I operated. I started in on any of the sort of occulty stuff and spiritual stuff and all of that. I started in through chaos magic, which, there's so many communities out there on the internet who are just kind of looking to make whatever happen. It's like, and that wasn't the best thing for me, because I was just totally and completely open to any energy and entity and whatever, and it was really bad for me. I just was like hijacked, and what that leads to is it just leads to like depression and just not even being able to get out of bed and just feeling really awful about everything all the time. And that's kind of how that translates. So if you are feeling that way after any of this, it's important to do cleansing. It's really important to cleanse your energy and your space, and maybe work with the Archangel Metatron. Seriously, Metatron is all about clearing your energy field, and I did some really intense, months long connection with the Archangel Metatron, the Archangel Raphael, who's all about healing, and the Archangel Michael, who's great about setting boundaries and cutting cords. I did a huge 6-month spiritual detox with all 3 of those entities, and man, that did everything, and now I'm great. So it's like, remember that you have the ability to do that too if anything should happen, right? So keep that in mind. You've also got the Page of Swords, so this is definitely a new beginning in the mind. So it's like, yeah, I feel like this is a super psychic awakening for you, pile number 2, and that's so exciting. This is really exciting. And the Death card, wow, so significant change. The Death card means change. It can feel scary sometimes, but it's not that scary of a card. There's 2 major change cards in the tarot. The Tower is kind of all about this outside of yourself, your environment changes a way that maybe you weren't predicting. The Death card is about your mind transforming. So it's like an ending of one way of thinking and the beginning of something new. So I really do feel like that for you. It's like your old way of perceiving things is going to be ending for the month of May, and you're going to be opening yourself up to new thoughts, new abilities that maybe you didn't even know, new talents, new understandings. Maybe you're like claircognizant, which is like it's like having just knowing something, just, I don't know how, but I just know something. I'm claircognizant. That's kind of how it works for me. It's like all of a sudden I'm just like, I spout out these facts and I'm like, I don't even know how the hell I know this, but I know it, and so it's just like tuning into the collective unconscious and just understanding something, that happens to me all the time. So maybe that's coming for you too, like unlocking that ability. But I feel like it's like there's this like mega mind happening for you for May, and it's like, really be open to it. Just be open to whatever happens. Don't feel like it needs to be some way, because if you have a preconceived notion of what psychic abilities are without actually tapping into it, it can be just like the Hollywood version, and it doesn't really always work that way. It's more of just like the phenomenology of your own being, and like it's like when that starts to warp a little bit and become this like opening, So it's like, go with it. Just go with how it feels. Don't try to put your own thing into it, Be open to whatever happens. Your final 3 tarot cards come from the Smith Waite Deck, and you've got the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so as you have this new beginning in your mental body and your mind with that Page of Swords, so you're also getting a new beginning in the earth plane, in the material world. So it's like, really pull that back into your body, coming back into your body as much as you go up into your mind, coming back into your body too. Taking time to ground is going to be so important for you. It's like, if you're going to go into these psychic realms, you need to be physically planted into the ground. So do some grounding meditation. What does that mean? That means imagining your energy cord going deep, deep, deep into the earth and anchoring yourself. If you start any session, any psychic session, any of that stuff where you're going to try to do even astral travel or any of that, where you're trying to get out of your body and and like go into the mental planes, it's so important to ground your energy first. Really, really, really do some kind of meditation, like a 10-minute meditation where you're imagining your energy going into the earth and connecting in, like I said, to the Earth Mother. Maybe she's really trying to come into you, for this reading too. I feel that. I feel that could be possible. So, it's like really, really, really grounding your energy first and then going through that stuff is going to be so important this month. We got the High Priestess, like, holy moly. Talk about she's the psychic card. She's like the most psychic out of any card in this entire deck. So of course you have the High Priestess. Like, this is this powerful psychic awakening for you, pile number 2. I feel that. I totally, totally, totally feel that. So use that energy. You are the High Priestess. Become the High Priestess this month and tune into it. Tune into the moon cycles too. Use the new moon. I don't remember when that's coming up. We just had the full moon. So in May, the new moon in Taurus, I think, could be really. So yeah, that's grounding energy too. So yeah, I think the new moon is going to be so powerful for you. So follow the moon cycle this month. I think that would be really helpful for you. And the new moon in Taurus, whenever that comes up, it's going to be at the beginning of May sometime, probably the first week or 2 of May. That's going to be a really powerful night for you. So take that. Maybe, take the night off if you can. I don't remember what night it falls on. Look at a calendar. But just take it and go with it, Like, go into the forest and feel the moon energy and tune into the, whatever. Like, do that. That would be really fun for you. I love it. I love it. I love it. Your final tarot card is the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so that's movement in the physical world again, the material world. There's lots of Pentacles energy coming in to let you know, like, as you go through this psychic awakening, as you move through that, it's so, 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 so important to ground yourself, to come back into your body as much as you can, like, take breaks, go on that journey, travel, go out there, and then when you come back, take some time to really come back into your own physicality. Take the time to do breathing, to imagine yourself going into the earth, go into nature. Like I said, I do feel like going out into nature could be really helpful for you. Go on a nature walk, feel the earth on your feet, breathe in the air, the fresh air, and just come back into yourself. It's so important. And then you can go back out again, as you explore these realms. It's so, so, so important to not just go out into everything, because then you're going to feel really lost and scattered. And so just keep that in mind as you do this. Your final card comes from the Shamanic Healing Oracle, and it's Ascension. Oh my God. Yes, of course. Wow. This is all about that. This is wow. I can't believe it. This card is all about, connecting into those larger realms and taking that, like, leap of leap of faith. I'm hearing, that leap forward, great leap forward. It's like a quantum leap that you're making for your own spirituality and your own psychic awareness and your own understanding of the world. And so go with it. Take it where it's leading you. Follow that path, because it's really being open for you. Do some research on psychic stuff. There's great podcasts out there for psychic stuff, and so just look into it. There's a lot out there. So take this month. The month of May is going to be really powerful and eye-opening, consciousness opening for you. It's like this consciousness leap, great leap of consciousness for you. I feel that. So take it and see where it takes you, because it's going to take you places. And remember to ground. Remember to come back into your body as much as you go up and out. Come back down and in. And go back and forth. Keep that healthy balance. But it's going to be a really powerful month for you, pile number 2. Super, super psychic month, which I love. So anyway, that was my reading for you. I hope that it resonates. I said this in the intro, but I just want to bring it back into this. Right now, my thoughts and my prayers and my love and my hope is with the people of India right now. As I'm recording this, India is going through a major COVID outbreak that is incredibly intense. We went through a similar one here in the United States a couple months ago. So, I just want to, put my heart out to the people of India. I know there's a lot of people from India who watch this channel, so I just want you to know that my thoughts are with you, and I hope that you and your family are safe and healthy through this. If we just take a moment, if you will take it with me to, put peace and good vibes in your heart for the people of India, if we can do that together real quick. And I just, I want you to know that peace and world peace is my intention for this planet. It's where my hope is. I know that we as people have the ability to come together as our Earth family that we are. And, the more of us who are on that level, who are thinking that in our thoughts and keeping it alive in our hearts, the more that we will get to there little by little. I know it's such a difficult time, and there's so much chaos and darkness on this planet, but world peace, I still believe in world peace, and I know that it is possible. And so the more of us who can come together and keep that alive in our hearts, the closer we can get to achieving it. So thank you so much, pile number 2, for tuning in with me. And, I have private readings available on my website. If you need a little bit of extra understanding, I can get really in-depth about you and your life and your situation. So check that out. I've got a store now on my website where I'm starting to sell the first cards of my tarot deck. I don't have the whole deck finished yet, but I'm selling them as patches, so you can find that on the website too. We're getting super close to 1,000 subscribers, so thank you so much to everyone who subscribed. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It helps out a ton for me, and we're going to be doing a lot of major giveaways once we finally reach 1,000. So anyway, pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you later. Bye! Hi there, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So this is going to be your reading on what to expect for May 2021. We're going to get right into your reading. You chose the pile with this lapis lazuli stone. So this can talk about kind of being in your own personal truth as well as speaking your truth. So throat chakra, up in here. So it could be that, living in your authenticity is going to be really big in May for you. Speaking your truth, if you have something to say, maybe doing some writing or, social media. Definitely a lot of, there's a particular importance for you in May 2021, pile number 3, for really speaking what needs to be said, like saying what you need to say, communicating with people, clear communication, making sure that you are speaking with people in the way that you want to, really kind of being you in the most you way possible, being very authentic to yourself and communicating that authenticity with others. Things along that end, I think, are going to be really big for you in May 2021. So we're going to do the first 3 tarot cards first. They come from the Wild Unknown Tarot. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, so some definite abundant energy for you, for sure, which is wonderful. I mean, that's like the ultimate abundance card, so you've got a lot of that coming. You got the 6 of Wands, which is the victory card, and overcoming adversity. Look at that. That butterfly is like transforming out of the darkness, so some really like overcoming energy. And the Empress. Okay, so the Empress is all about the divine feminine. So definitely tapping into the divine feminine energy for this month for you is big. And that's sort of, I think that's connecting in with that authenticity as well with that. being open to receive, but also like, you know, being you fully without worrying about what other people think. I feel like that's kind of what's going on. This month is going to be really big in for you of like, finally hatching out of that cocoon and blossoming out and floating away as a butterfly, like really, I think that maybe you've overcome a lot. I feel that with that Six of Wands, and it's like now it's time to celebrate, right? Like I see a lot of abundance for you for this month, with that Ten of Pentacles, and it's all coming from this place of like really being open to the flow of the universe. The Empress card can be really about being in the flow. She's also normally depicted as a pregnant woman, so it's like, I feel a sense of like creative pregnancy, you know what I mean? Like maybe you're birthing a project. I'm feeling that birthing, is really big. So I don't know, if you're having a child or not, but you definitely don't have to if that doesn't resonate. Birthing something into the world, like a creative thing, or coming up with a new idea or something. It's like this is a very fertile period for you in May 2021. Yeah, that sort of fertility energy. So it's like what are you birthing into this world, and maybe really take that into consideration for May 2021 for you guys. Pile number 3. It's like, what do you want to bring into this world? Because you have the ability to bring in anything. What is it that you'd like to do? What is it that you'd like to be? Who do you want to be in this world? What do you want to make happen? What kinds of things do you want to project into the world? And I feel like this is a great opportunity for you to be asking that, because it's like what you ask for, you're going to get with that Ten of Pentacles. It's like you're bringing in from the other side, these like creative ideas or inspirations, things that are non-physical in the idea space. You're birthing those into the physical world. You're bringing them into reality. So it's like, what are you trying to bring into reality? Maybe May 2021 for you guys is going to be a really great period for you to fully like look at and see what it is you are making happen in your life, right? Because we have the ability to bring in anything into our lives, and so it's like our lives are kind of a reflection of what's going on in our minds a lot of the time. What's your mind diet? And maybe May is going to be a great month for you to really take a look at that and fully see it. Like if you are constantly working on speaking kind to yourself and thinking about beautiful things and really trying to set your mental energies on what you'd like to achieve, but also like what great beautiful things. If you're moving your thoughts in that direction, like you're gonna have that reflected into your life. And like and also too, it's just like it's important to remember that like as much as like that's how the law of attraction works, and the things that we think about we bring into our lives, it's also important to remember that like you are not your thoughts. So that's another part of it too, of like you are the awareness that is thinking, that is perceiving, beyond the thoughts. You are the things beyond your thoughts. So it's like not to be so hard on yourself if you do have negative thoughts, and just to start seeing that like those are just thoughts going through your head, and you also have the ability to bring in beautiful thoughts. So it's like this month, May is going to be all about like what you think or what you want to bring into reality, like holding that space within yourself to bring it into your world, and really pulling and calling it in. Especially with that Empress, she's a very receptive energy. So it's like receiving things, being open to receiving from the universe, being open to receiving this beauty and this kindness and this wonderful energy, right? It's just being open to it. So just like really being open. Let's take a look at some more cards here. The next cards come from the 1JJ Swiss deck, and we've got the Two of Wands. Yeah, so definitely journeying and travel. Let's see what else. We've got the Hanged Man. Okay, yep. That's kind of what you're coming out of, I feel like. And you've got the Ace of Wands. Yes, of course you do. So you've got both the 1 and the 2 of Wands, which is kind of cool. Ace and the 2. So, for you guys, I feel like maybe you've been stuck for a while, with that Hanged Man card, especially with that 6 of Wands. It's like the 6 of Wands is kind of like hatching out of the chrysalis and coming out into it. And in the wild unknown deck, the hanged man is actually drawn as a cocoon, before the butterfly hatches. It's the cocoon phase, like I was talking about. And so it's like, I feel like you've been in that kind of cocoon for a while, pile number 3, where maybe you've just felt like you haven't been able to move forward. You felt a little bit stuck. You felt a little bit stagnant. And like, I think that May is going to be an ability for you to open that out. And now you may actually consider watching pile number 1, because there's some similar energy in there. And that I get really in depth into, like, if you feel like you've been, you want to jumpstart a business or a creative thing, like I do feel a little bit of that in here. If you want some like motivational speaking, pile number 1, I get really into motivational speaking. So you can check that out, and I think it's a good inspirational reading. So that might be for you too, pile number 3. But anyway, with this hanged man here, I feel like there is this opportunity for you to finally move forward. And I think that that's kind of what this May is going to bring you, is like May is going to open you up to finally moving forward with things. It's like you're overcoming that stagnant energy now. And with the 1 and the 2 there, it's like 1-2 punch. That's what I'm hearing. 1-2 punch, right? What is that? That's like bada boom, bada bing. I don't know what that even means. I don't know if it's gonna resonate with somebody. It's like that's what it is. It's like it's like everything's lining up, right? And it's like bang, bang, bang. It's like the things are all lining up and moving you forward. Which is cool. So yeah, with this 2 of Wands here as well, that's like, it's that energy of like, it's the energy of traveling and journeying. So, but it doesn't just have to be external. It's like internal journeying as well. So maybe this is going to be a great opportunity for you to finally see what it is that has been in your way, so you can finally overcome it. Like you're going to go within to fully understand yourself a little bit more, and understand some elements of like, well, what is it that was holding me back? Maybe it was a thought process. Maybe I was thinking a certain way about myself, and that was keeping me from even walking forward. And like I didn't even realize how much the way that I think about how I'm being perceived by other people, and like whether or not I'm being perceived as being authentically myself or not. I know I'm just talking about me, but as an example, like maybe that really abstract random thought was actually keeping me from moving forward on my business, putting my face on the internet, allowing myself to post a selfie online because I'm afraid of what people think of me for, I don't know, being too vain or something. Or, I'm just talking real personal right now, but it could be anything like that. There might be some like really mundane, abstract, small thing that's in your subconscious that's keeping you from walking forward on your path, and that's where that hanged man was. But like May is going to give you the opportunity to finally see that fully. And I think that I was really kind of talking about that, thinking about your thoughts and stuff, and I think that this is like going to be a really big period for you to go within and really journey and really see, what are my subconscious pattern thinking going on here? Maybe I have the opportunity to really change that. Maybe using subliminal messaging is going to help you. There's all those like positive subliminal sleep videos on YouTube. Like some of that stuff works. It's just, it only masks things unless you go within and find the root. And so I feel like May for you is going to be you finding the root of what's been causing this blockage, and I do feel like it's a mental blockage and in like a subconscious thinking pattern that you might have been holding. Like May is going to give you the opportunity to see it fully, to bring it to your conscious level, and then from the conscious level you'll be able to work through it and say, okay, do I really need to hold on to this anymore, or can I let go of it? Is there a way for me to walk away from thinking this way about myself, and can I like support myself fully now in the projects I want to bring into the world, because I'm not as afraid of making the steps to move forward. I can see where that fear and hesitation was coming from, and now I can see how stupid and ridiculous that thinking is, and I can like love myself enough to to know that I'm fully capable in this moment here right now to get what I want. I don't need to put it off into the future when I have achieved everything, or I've come to a sense of inner purity, or whatever. It's like I understand that all human beings are imperfect, and in my own imperfection I'm still capable and worthy of achieving what I want right here right now, even if I'm not a perfect being. It's like really coming into that understanding and awareness within yourself in order to move yourself forward. So your final 3 tarot cards come from the Smith Waite Deck. So let's take a look at what those are. We've got the 8 of Wands. Yeah, so this is moving really fast. Once you connect the dots, I feel like there's going to be some really fast moving energy to propel you forward, pile number 3. And watch pile number 1 if you feel called to, because you might really resonate with that one. You've got the Page of Swords, so definitely some new beginnings in your thought process, like I was saying. It really is this new mode of thinking. You're going to be open to a new mode of thinking in this period. And you've got the Knight of Wands. Okay, yeah. So that's tuned in with the Ace of Wands too. Once you get to that point, like that you do that aha, it's like you're going to have a series of aha moments, I feel like, in May. And then from there, you're going to be on this like fast moving train, speeding towards your inspirations. So really calling in the things that inspire you and chasing them down, like really following your creative drive, really following your, whatever lights you up in life. Because the knights, I call the knights to be like whatever movement is happening in the reading. So I feel like for you, this Knight of Wands is saying that the movement in this reading is all about really reigniting your passions, reigniting your drives, and allowing you to chase and charge after the things that really mean stuff for you. You have so many wands in this reading. There are 5 wands cards out of the 9 cards. So like, the wands are all about following your passions and your drives. They're the fire. They're represented by the element of fire. So it's like this passionate push, and I feel like you're just going to be lighting up. Light my fire. That's what I'm hearing. You're lighting your own fire. And like that's going to really transcend. You're transcending that stagnant energy, and finally hatching out of your cocoon and having victory. So this May 2021 for you, pile number 3, is going to be really victorious, and it's going to come from you transforming your way of thinking with that knight, or with that Page of Swords there. It's like you're going to be in a whole new way of perceiving the world that's going to bring in this ultimate abundance. Remember, the first tarot card that you got was the 10 of Pentacles, which is ultimate abundance. So that's the path forward for you, bringing it into the physical world. The Pentacles are about the earth. They're in the physical. They're the physical world itself. So it's like, you're bringing these ideas, these thoughts, these inspirations into your physical environment. And the month of May 2021 is going to be all about you physically bringing that into your world. So anyway, your final card comes from the Shamanic Healing Oracle, and you have the Truth. Wow, that's powerful. So the Truth card, I'm just going to see if I have the booklet easily accessible. I don't know where that is right now, so I can't read it from the book. Oh no, it's right here. I'm going to read from the book. I feel really called to. I didn't do it for any of the others, but for you, I feel called to read everything, because I feel like there's something in it that's going to have an extra message just for you, pile number 3, that I can't just say. So let's read it. The eagle proudly surveys its domain from such a high perch that all pertaining to this situation is revealed. The shadows hide nothing from his keen vision. Yeah, you're going to see the truth, like I was saying, both of your mind, of your world, of your situation. Maybe you'll see just how much further along you really are than you thought. Maybe you'll finally see just how beautiful and special and important you really are. Maybe you'll finally see just how little, certain things that you felt meant so much actually mean for you. Let me keep reading. Once you can remove yourself from the muck that lower vibrations keep you in, you can attain a viewpoint that enables you to see the truth of the matter. This card advises you to search for the truth of the situation, regardless of the emotions it brings up. Are you or someone connected to you unconsciously suppressing the truth? Hiding from the truth can only intensify lessons later on. Yeah, so I feel like for you, it's like you're going to be revealing this like deep inner truth about yourself, and coming to an understanding of, my guess is just probably how strong and badass you really are, without you ever actually really seeing it. I feel like that kind of thing is going to be really big. You're going to see how strong you are, and that's going to really like inspire you to move forward. It's going to propel you in this direction. And once you finally see that truth, you're going to be pushing really, really fast here. The Eight of Wands is this super swift, fast-moving energy. So all of this is going to be coming in really strong, really big for you, pile number 3. Yeah, so anyway, that's my reading for you. I'm going to cut it off there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Before you go, I said this in the intro, but I'm just going to repeat it here real quick too. I know that the country of India right now is seeing a huge coronavirus spike, and so I just wanted to let everyone know who's in India. India is actually the second largest country who watches my videos. So, I just want you to know that my heart is there with you and your families. I hope that you're all safe and healthy. I'd just like to ask us really quick to send positive and healing vibes to the country of India, if you can, with me real quick. I just, I want you to know that, peace is always my personal intention, and I fully believe that world peace is achievable for us on this planet, and I hope that we can come together as people to help, transcend both coronavirus and all of the major problems and strife that's going on. I know our world is full of darkness and difficult things and terrible people, but it's also filled with beautiful people and wonderful people and people who have beautiful intentions. So the more that we who are tuned into this can tune into the vibration of peace and love and send the idea of world peace out into the universe as our intention, that we as the human beings on the planet Earth would like to create world peace, the more we can come together and do that, the closer we can get to that reality. So I hold the idea of world peace in my heart always, and I hope that you do too. So anyway, pile number 3, thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like a private reading with me, I do have them available on my website. You can find that at junodrome.com. I have a new online shop where I'm starting to sell. Right now I've got some patches from the first cards of my tarot deck. The deck isn't available yet to sell, but the patches are, so you can find that on there. We're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It really helps me out. Once we reach 1,000, we're going to be doing a huge giveaway with a lot of fun, cool stuff, so please tune in for that. And anyway, pile number 3, I'm going to leave you there. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Bye! Hi there, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. So you chose the pile with this cool little shiny pendulum here. So, that to me, with the pendulum being in your answer, I think that, by the way, this is your reading for May 2021, what to expect for May 2021. I feel like for you with this little pendulum here, it's May is going to be all about answering some questions for you. So I feel like maybe this month is going to be coming in with a very illuminating month for you, very eye-opening, and maybe you'll come to some realizations and some understandings about your life and about what's going on that maybe you didn't realize you needed to have, right? It could be something like that, one of those kinds of situations. So we're going to start you out with the first 3 cards from the Wild Unknown Tarot. So let's dive right in and see. You've got the Ace of Wands. Okay, so some serious new inspiration coming to you, which is really powerful. You've got the 10 of Wands. Wow. Okay. Interesting. So you've got the 10 of Wands as well. We'll get into that. And then your final from the Wild Unknown, wow, is the Son of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, which is also like, it's very much tied in with the Ace of Wands. Wow. So I finally, I see this, answering some questions, like I was saying before. I do feel like that's what this is. And I feel like what the questions you're asking about are why do I feel like I can't move forward, right? I feel like you're going to be opening yourself up to seeing how to move forward now. Because with this ten of wands here, the Ten of Wands is all about burdens. It's like being overburdened. It's when you're working too hard. It's when you're pushing yourself too much. It's like it's normally depicted as a man who has all of these wands on his back, and he's just carrying all of these wands, and he can't support himself because he's just holding too much, and he's just trudging along because he feels like he has to. But you know, ultimately, it's like you don't actually have to hold up all of these wands, and so in reality, you could let them go, and you would be okay. So it's like the month of May 2021 for you guys, pal number 4. It's gonna be showing you which wands you can put down, and it's going to be doing that in a really cool way. Instead of you focusing on it might be really hard for you to let go of certain things. And so it's like, this isn't going to be about you seeing which things are going to be okay to abandon. Like, that's not the perspective to take for this in the month of May. It's going to be all about which wands light me up so much that I can't not do them right now. And it's like, that's going to be the inspirational drive for you with this Ace of Wands and this Page of Wands depicted as the Son of Wands in this deck. It's really going to be all about what thing can I not do right now, right? You know what I mean? Instead of saying like, okay, well, I guess I don't have to do this anymore, and I guess I could put that down. It's like, no, you're going to be so inspired to continue one of these wands that the rest of them are going to fall away. You're going to be able to allow the other things to fall away because you're going to be following so intensely these things that are so important to you that you can't not do them. You know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those situations. So let's look at the rest of these cards here. Next up, we've got 3 cards from the 1JJ Swiss deck. And we've got the 8 of Wands. So many wands, guys. So many wands. Okay, so 8 of Wands. The Empress. Okay. Yeah. And the 2 of Cups. Yes. Oh, and some horns from outside. So really, you are going to be figuring out which things are the most important with this 8 of Wands. It's like you're going to be so inspired by certain things. And then the 8 of Wands is like this fast-moving energy. So it's like the things that really inspire you are going to help you choose on what to do to move forward, And it's like, I do feel the sense that there needs to be a little bit of letting go of certain things, but it's like, you're going to know what things to let go of, because it's like I said at the beginning, it's less about what you're letting go of and more about what you are continuing, right? What is it that you're jumping towards? And then you let the rest of it fall away because you know in your heart of hearts that this is the right thing for me. And that's where this 2 of Cups comes in. This is all about, uniting the different parts of yourself and really coming into contact with your heart, right? It's you and your heart center. So it's like your heart knows what it wants more than anything. So instead of getting really stuck in your head and, being stuck in this stuck energy because you think you have to do all of these things, tune into your heart center. And that can be as easy as, putting your hand on your heart. As you see, I do it instinctively as I'm talking about it, right? Put your hand on your heart and take a few deep breaths with me real quick here. So breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. So as I'm breathing and connecting into my heart here, I'm feeling my heart as it's reverberating through my own energy field. And now I'm going to ask it, heart, what do I want? And I'm going to think about each one of these 10 wands. Is this what I want? Maybe. Is that what I want? Ooh, that feels strong. Is that what I want? Oh my God, that's what I need. I feel it. That's it. That's the answer. It's like doing that kind of thing with yourself, checking in with your heart about everything, all of these wands. Like, your heart's going to know the best thing forward. So That's going to be the biggest one. And then you have another little piece of advice here for helping you figure it out. And that's coming from the Empress. So the Empress is, she is the definition of the divine feminine. So she's all about tapping into, your own, you know, openness to the universe. It's like she doesn't make things happen. She allows things to happen into her life. So she allows things to come to her. She doesn't go to them. She lets things come to her. It's that powerful divine receptivity. So it's like, what are you open to receiving here? The universe wants to give you what you want, but it can't give you what you want if you don't know what you want, right? So it's like you got to come back into the space of saying, like, instead of feeling like all of these things that you have to be doing, what is it that you want to be doing? And that's your heart's going to tell you that. And once you tap into what you want, then it's all going to come and flow to you, and it's going to flow pretty quick. You may actually want to check out pile number 3. I think it was pile number 3. Because you have a lot of the same cards, the Empress and the Eight of Wands. And then I told pile number 3 to check out pile number 1. So, there's a lot of... You may want to check out both 1 and 3, but I don't know. They're all kind of interconnected, I guess. Except for pile number 2. That was on its own world. But, so yeah, let's keep looking at cards here. Your next cards come from the Smith Waite Deck. And we've got the Fool. Oh, I so see this for you. I so see this for you. That's so great. Oh my God. I love it. The Two of Cups again. Okay. So whenever a card comes up twice in a reading for me, that's the most important message. So the most important thing you need to take away from this entire reading, regardless of anything else I've said tonight, is, it's night for me, it might be day for you, is that your heart knows what it wants. Your heart knows how to move forward for you more than you do, more than your mind does anyway. So your heart, tuning into your heart, is going to show you how to move forward. And I see for you for the month of May that it's going to be all about connecting into your heart center. And you can take your time, take the whole month to figure out which stuff to put down. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. The month of May is giving you this new beginning. The Fool card is the ultimate fresh start. It's the very beginning. And you see, he's just like so laissez-faire about his life. He doesn't realize he's about to jump off the cliff, He's just lollygagging around. And it's not a bad cliff. It's like that jumping off the cliff to start, that energy of like you just gotta jump right into it. Your final card is the Three of Cups. Oh wow. So you might actually come up with some help too by connecting into friends and stuff and celebrating. This is a celebration card, celebrating yourself. This might be a situation where in order to really know how to move forward, you might need to just put everything down and just go and have a good time and use May, I feel that, letting things come to you. So it's like I totally see this now, especially with the Fool here. What you're being asked to do by the universe is to let go of everything, right? You actually want to let go of all 10 wands. Like not just seeing which one you want. The best way for you to move forward in this is to just let go of all of it. I think maybe you've been working really hard to try to make something happen, and you've got all of these things and all these projects and all this stuff, and you don't know which one's the best, and you feel really stuck, and whatever that is for you, I feel that kind of energy from this reading. And what you're being advised to do is to just let it all go and use the adage that the things in life that are meant for you will find you, right? So it's like the thing that comes back, the thing that your heart really wants is really going to be the one, And so it's like you're being encouraged to take a break, go out with friends, meet up with that friend you haven't seen in a long time, assuming you're in a safe place with COVID. Even if it's FaceTiming that friend you haven't talked to in a while, finding a little thing to go do, go do a little hobby that you haven't done in a long time, go have fun and let it all go, let all these responsibilities go, take it as it resonates where you can, I don't want you to quit your job and then not be able to support yourself or anything like that. But you know what I mean? Really take a step back from it all. And then you'll be able to slowly tune into your heart more. And your heart is going to it's the thing that you can't put down. As you put it all down, the thing that's the most important will come shooting back in your life with this Ace of Wands. And then that's what it is. That's the answer. Whatever comes back, whatever's like so important that you can only put it down for a little bit and you're like, no, that's it. I need to be doing that. Then you'll have the clarity to know that, okay, that's the thing that I really needed. That's the way that's going to help me. And so I think that May might be a whole process for you of doing that. But I feel like for you, by the end of that month, you're going to be reawakened towards what that is. And I think maybe it's probably going to be like the full moon, Use the moon cycle to help you. The moon's really great for that. So set the intention at the new moon. I don't remember which day it is, but the new moon in May, it's coming up probably the first or second week of May. Set the intention in that new moon to say, okay, with this moon cycle, I would like to figure out what the best thing for me moving forward is, and I'm going to let it all go and ask for it to come back. And you can ask it on the new moon. Ask, okay, on the full moon, I would like to know what this passionate, fiery thing is, and help me reawaken it by the full moon. And if you set that intention with the new moon, on the full moon, you can have, and that might be probably by the end of the month, this crazy powerful reawakening. Look at this, like crazy powerful. It's almost a kundalini awakening, with the snake going up the staff there. Well, and the snake and the staff is also the healing symbol, the rod of Asclepius. So you've got that healing energy too, of healing maybe the dis-ease in your mind, of really getting a clarity to move forward for yourself, this clear picture of, okay, now I see what this is. Okay, now I understand how to go forward, I feel like one of those kinds of things is really going to be happening for you. So anyway, that's your tarot. Let's look at the oracle card that you got. It comes from the Shamanic Healing Oracle, and you got Stripping Illusions. Yes. I totally feel like that's so applicable for you. It's like tearing away all of the the bull that you've been feeding yourself, or that you've been listening to, or everybody else's opinions on everything, and everyone else's ideas of what you should be doing, and all of that. Letting go of all of that, and finally seeing for what it is, what you want for yourself. And I'm going to read the Stripping Illusions from the book too, just so you get somebody else's words, because I think it's helpful. The lotus flower is a funny plant. It flourishes in the muck and the mud. Apparently, in spite of the muck of its birth, beautiful petals open up layer after layer, revealing more and more of its inner beauty. You are being called to strip away illusion after illusion from your life. You are being asked to enable your true essence to shine through. Allow layer after layer of false beliefs, cluttered thinking, unfulfilling relationships, chaotic environments to go by the wayside to reveal the perfect essence of your core self. This process is challenging at best. We tend to hold on to the illusions we have created, thinking they keep us safe. All they really do is blind us to our true beauty and potential. This card is calling you to look your truth in the face and not let illusions cloud your view of the true beauty of yourself and others. So yeah, pile number 4, I feel like that's the perfect way to end this, It's really, the month of May 2021 is going to be giving you a sense of clarity on yourself and on your life, on how to move forward, that you didn't have before, And that's what I said. I opened this reading by saying, you're going to find answers to certain questions that you've been having with that pendulum. You're going to find the answer on how to move forward and what you really want, Like, you're going to really understand what it is you really, really want, because you're going to be connecting into your heart and letting go of anyone else's ideas on what you should be doing with your life, and really tune into what you want for yourself. So anyway, pile number 4, that was my reading for you. I hope that it resonates. Before I close this, I said this in the intro, but I just want to repeat it here. In the country of India right now, there's a huge COVID outbreak, and so I just wanted to send my thoughts and my well wishes to everyone in India. I know that from the demographics of my channel, India is actually the second largest country of people watching my videos. So to all of you, if you are in India, I'm wishing you well, you and your family. I hope that you're safe and healthy. If we can just take a second here, everybody watching, to send our thoughts and our good vibes to India, and I hope that everyone there is doing well. And, I just want to also just reiterate too that, on this channel, I am totally in harmony with and believing in the idea of world peace. I think that together we can all create world peace. I think it is 100% achievable. I think that is something that we can have, and that it's so challenging in this time, in this moment, especially with not only just coronavirus, but also just with the chaos happening in this world. There's so much darkness, so much difficulty, so many problems. But at the end of the day, I do believe that we, as the human family, that we are all, we are all related, every human being. We evolved together in Africa and spread across this planet as human beings. We're all related to one another, and I do think that as our human family, we have the ability to transcend all of these problems and begin to exist in harmony with each other. And so I'm just sending that thought and intention into the world, and I know that as we all do that together, that we're not alone in this, right? If you're tuning into my channel, if you found this, then you're on the same wavelength that I am in some capacity. And so, it's just so important to remember that the more that we who are on this thought process together, on this vibe together, the more that we continue to do this together and to speak that truth into the universe, to not be afraid to come forward with our truth as peace loving beings, the more that we can continue to do that, the more that outcome for our world is possible. So I'm sending that thought and hope into the universe. And I hope you do too. So anyway, pile number 4, that's it for me. If you want a private reading with me, they're on the website. You can find that at junodrum.com. I've got a new web store up there where I'm selling some patches from my upcoming tarot deck. You can see those on the website too. And yeah, we're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It really, really does help out. I'm really excited to see this channel grow. There's going to be a bunch of giveaways once we reach 1,000, so that'll be awesome. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in, pile number 4, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever this finds you. And I hope that May 2021 is really awesome for you. It looks like it's going to be. So take that energy and roll with it. See ya.